So was it your love for adventure or for water?
People. I'm in the business of creating happy memories.
So what is bigger now, Aqua Fun or Aquaman?
People think that scaling is important and go big, but I think less is more. Just stepping back and switching from that hustler mentality to become a boss and CEO.
And have you ever raised money or investments for these ventures?
I did it in a small scale, and that was the biggest mistake ever. The difference between losing and learning is you stop trying.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Decoding Growth with Raman. Our today's guest has deep dived into the world of entrepreneurship, has achieved many recognition and also holds a world record. The official Aquaman, the founder of Aqua Fun Park, the world's biggest inflatable water park here in UAE and worldwide. Welcome Ahmed, thank you very much for making it. I want to start by asking you,
Yes.
what made you to start this inflatable park business or the water park business, and that too the biggest in the world?
The biggest in the world was the last movement. But why we started that, I pivoted so many times. What I started with in the beginning 11 years ago, or what we are now is so different. It's unbelievable. I think I started with the yacht slides, because we have so many yachts in Dubai. It's why don't we have something to slide off? And then we start designing that. Nobody wanted to buy it in the beginning because you don't see the value of it. So that was a long mission. Then fast forward, then we want to do something on the land, because I was once on the beach and I heard people next to me, I wish there's something for the kids to do in the water so I can have some peace. So I realized that the peace part for the parents was important. And you have all these people on the beach, that's like dollar signs on the beach not being used. So I put things together and we find a solution for it.
So was it your love for adventure or for water?
People.
People,
Yeah.
okay. So people made you do this.
Yeah, I think
A different experience for them?
Yeah. I think I'm in the business of creating happy memories.
Okay.
So that was the purpose. So how do we create those happy memories for people? So in the messaging and all the pictures and stuff in the social media, it's always real people having real fun. So it's very easy to portray that emotion.
You've got on Instagram 1.2 million followers.
Yes.
Plus minus, I don't know. So what is bigger now, Aqua Fun or Aquaman?
It's synonymous because I'm the face of the
Or
business.
they are synonyms to each other?
Yeah, exactly. Because I want to create a personal brand for myself, but it does not go away from how I became this person. And I became this person because of Aqua Fund. Aqua Fund became what it is because of me. So it's the same thing.
Great. Tell us more about the current scale of Aqua Park or the Aqua Fund.
For now, we have 34 locations.
Okay. Worldwide.
Worldwide, yes. We're working on some new ones, bigger ones, different concepts this year again.
Okay.
Much bigger stuff.
Okay. And only one in UAE?
Yes.
Any particular reason?
We had 17 before.
From 17 to 1?
To 1. Because there was so much, people think that scaling is important and go big, but I think less is more, in a sense that have less overheads, less people to manage, less headaches, less moving objects. Make it really good, make it the best possible version of everything else, and that works. So that way we close all of them and then focus on just making one, but make it the biggest one in the world. And it works perfectly.
So the key takeaway here would be not only the scale would bring you the growth.
No.
Sometimes you'll have to slow down.
Yeah.
You have to scale down.
Yeah. Because the thing is, this is very interesting. Hustle gets you to become this business, but then you need to become a CEO. So you have to give away that, because hustler wants you always to get more and more and more and more.
Right.
That's the hustle in you. But then you need to step back and switch that vibration to become a CEO. And become a CEO means, okay, what's the smartest thing to do here? What's the right move? How to create systems.
Right.
So create one proper application, make systems for that application, and then from there you can scale. In the beginning, it was all about, okay, that is prestigious, let's put here every opportunity, let's take it. Did that, but then it was so much headache and was can't breathe, no rest, too much expenses, people are stealing, quality control was not on point. And that was the mentality, just stepping back and switching from that hustler mentality to become a boss and CEO.
So you worked for many years,
Yes.
and you were the professional. I would say you were working somewhere and you were laid off.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And you took that leap of the faith, I would say, to
Yes.
get into the entrepreneurship. And entrepreneurship is not easy.
No.
Entrepreneurship also makes you lonely.
Makes you what?
Lonely.
Oh, very.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So, and the transition is not very easy. People give up very easily.
Of course.
So how do you cope up with that? Because you were having your comfortable life, you were having a comfortable job, but unfortunately you were laid off. And instead of finding a new job, you went on to pursue your entrepreneurship journey.
So the exact story was, yes, I had a very big managerial job, was redundant, did 73 interviews in 3 months. Nobody wanted to hire me. Emirati.
In how many months?
In 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah, 73 interviews. Nobody wanted to hire me because educated, experienced, Emirati, all this stuff. Nobody wants to hire me. My entry level is senior director. And then I had an accident. I had a slip disc, so I couldn't move for 41 days. So everything I was doing all my adult life was gone. So, okay, so now either be sorry about myself or recreate myself. So I was in bed for 41 days, not moving. So all I was doing was consuming, visual. So YouTube, movies and stuff. And then there was one video of something with Inflatable. I said, that's an interesting idea. And then I remember the doctor told me it takes you 6 months to be able to stand. In 2 months, I was walking. That was the hardest thing. I'm being 30 years old, trying to learn how to walk again. And then start doing the business. It's like, yes, it's not for everybody, being an entrepreneur. You work much longer hours. You do not have days off. You're tested everywhere possible. Nobody cares what you are, who you are, where you're from, in your race, your color, none of these things. So it's not for everybody. And the whole thing now, people are throwing the word, I'm a CEO, an entrepreneur, like it's a sexy word. No, it's not.
Yeah.
You understand that. Right. There was a phase in my life, I did 57 months of not a single day off.
Yeah.
That's every single day, like I'm working 9 to 18 hours, no days off. So it's not.
I can very well relate to it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. And people think, you have these things. You don't understand what I have to pay to get there. Yes. You will never pay the price.
And have you ever raised money or investments for these ventures?
I did it in a small scale, and that was the biggest mistake ever.
Okay.
Yeah, because the thing is like this: people always want to go and raise investment in this in the beginning of the business when you don't have actual sales or numbers. So you lose a lot of equity, percentage of the company. So you lose control of the company.
Yes.
So that was the start and beginning. Did that exercise, failed miserably, was bankrupt for almost 2.5, 3 years. Had to get myself out of it again. And then I said never again.
And when we decided to do this, we said we're not only going to celebrate the successes or the growth, we're also going to talk about the failures. So you said it was your biggest mistake of raising
One of them. I had so many mistakes.
One of this mistake which you did in raising money. So how do you say that? And if you can just throw some light on that so that the audience can understand it better.
Okay, good. So a lot of times people think that they need money right now, right away to start a business. No. Because you could, let's say, you want to open an e-commerce shop, for example, okay? You don't have to go and buy the stock right now. That's ridiculous. People know I want to get some money to buy the stock and say, how do you know the stock will move? Do an exercise, do an ad campaign, see which items are sold. I had two friends of mine who came with almost the same idea, asking for an investment. I told them, no, I'm not going to invest in you right now because it's too early, but I'll give you advice. One of them told me I'm an asshole and I'm cheap because I'm not giving them money. And the other one listened to me. The advice was very simple. Like I said, put your 20 items that you want to sell supposedly, put it online, do a campaign on that, see which one are sold. Wherever items are sold to the minimum quantity that you can require from the factory, that's the time you're going to send to the factory, hey, here's the money.
Economic order quantity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But people don't do that.
Yeah.
So
figuring out your EOQ model or the EOQ bandwidth.
Exactly. And that's the problem. They want to have everything on stock. No. You can, simple idea is like, sell that. When you hit the minimum quantity order, tell all the customers, sorry for the delay. Here's a voucher, a 20% voucher discount for next order, and here's a free gift. Could be anything for $1. But ultimately, now you have money, now you've exercised, you know which items are moving.
Right.
And the first one, they had 20 items, only 3 moved.
So 17 is a dead stock.
Exactly. So imagine you've bought that 17 stock and not moving. So
and these days, the technology has become so smart that you can just be on the fulfilled by XYZ model,
exactly. That's the whole thing. But some items are not fulfilled. You have to still do the minimum order. And that's the issue when people want to move too fast towards, hey, I'm a boss, I'm making it. No. It takes time. You know, it's like a hockey stick. There's nothing happening until like later on it hits up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like immediately. No, it's there. It's times you're gonna. I didn't make money for the first 3-4 years. I was making but losing money, losing money. Actual money came in 6-7 years in.
And actually, whatever I have read so far,
Yes.
and I've experienced also, you can do good, you can make money, you can break even, but the actual stability in the business and actually money making happens between 7 to 10 years of the business.
Exactly, 100% agree with you. I was reinvesting every single fils and dirham back in the business for the first 5-6 years. I think the 5-6 years I didn't have even salary, or just covering my smallest expenses, living on the minimum possible. I used to get paid salary 80
of close to $15,000
more.
almost.
Yeah, around 8,000 dirhams.
Yeah.
And then I was living on 500 dirhams.
Yes.
See the difference?
Yeah.
That's a humbling experience,
True.
and that's not for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, it is not for anybody, because when you be able to spend that much money.
You've been very vocal about talking about your mistakes,
Yes.
failures, and the learnings from that as well. And if I look back, or if you look back, or during that phase of your life, did you ever think of going back to your job
Never.
or profession again when you were constantly failing? Constantly, you're being judged that you cannot do this. Oh, what
All the
the
time.
shit you're doing, man? This is not going to happen.
Yeah, the idea came a couple of times, but also in the same time, I was so obsessed that I knew this will work. So it's more the obsession that, okay, no, I know this will work. Maybe these people don't see it,
And
but
this was your commitment also, I would say.
yes,
As you said, 18 hours a day, 57 months, not
Yeah.
taking day off,
It was-
working every single day, continuously. I think that was your commitment
Yes.
more than anything else.
yeah. Because again, like I don't want to be. You've seen this picture before on the internet when like two people are digging inside the ground, and like this guy quits just before hitting the diamonds.
Yes,
I don't want to
yes.
be that person who, like, I did all this work, all these years, all this time, and then I just stopped before getting it. It's simple. You have a goal. Did you get it? No. So why are you stopping?
True.
Simple. And people think goals are straight lines. They are not. Nothing straight is in the business.
Nothing straight.
Nothing. It is like here,
You
there,
sleep
there,
today,
and then
tomorrow go
some
with-
donuts here, then you come back there, and maybe you get there.
Right.
But that's the thing that and it just like because it doesn't work. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah. So your commitment, you're an athlete, I would say, right? Is it because of that you have been succeeding so far?
I think because I never quit.
Yes.
That's the genius thing. Because
And what makes you to think like that?
Yeah, it's so obvious though. It's like, why would you quit?
3 key elements or 3 key advices you would give to somebody who wants to follow their passion, but they're scared of starting from somewhere.
Should be scared of looking back when you're 75 years old and look back at this and say, I wish I did this. Because again, the fear of you not doing it should be more than fear you doing it.
Okay. So one is the age factor and the second is the fear
Yeah.
of not doing it.
Because we regret things we never do. If you do something, if it's good, it's wonderful. If it's bad, it's an experience, it's a lesson you learn from it. The difference between losing and learning is you stop trying.
So what I feel is that when you fail, you get to learn what not to do.
Exactly.
Everybody tells you what to do.
Yeah.
There are a hell lot of books written that this is how you should be doing.
Dude, there's
and this is
YouTube
to be
and
done.
Google. There's no excuse not to know anything.
Yeah.
Like when you say, I don't know, it's like, you're lazy. Because me and you right now, we can sit down, we give people right now a whole list of like, here's a 20 steps, who to speak to,
Yeah.
how much is it, how to email,
Right.
how to say everything to become another business like you.
Right.
They wouldn't do it
Right.
because they're lazy.
Yeah.
Full stop. And not everybody, you cannot save everybody. It's exhausting. It's exhausting to try to teach somebody something they want to learn.
Right.
It's very exhausting.
Right.
It's like it doesn't
And
work.
I think people have to unlearn, relearn,
That's my
and
words.
learn again.
That's my words. You know that.
Yeah?
That's my words.
That's your word?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
I put that on my okay. You can go back and show you. Yeah.
We are on the same page.
Yeah, here you go. Yeah. You unlearn, yeah, exactly.
I was reading a book, and if I get time, I'll share it. I'll share that book with you also. That book called Run. So it's on skill development. It's called Relearn, Unlearn,
Yeah.
and then new learn.
Yeah. So you learn, you unlearn, and then you relearn.
New learn,
Yeah, because
yes.
whatever you've been taught in school, in university, in a job, in reality, it means jack shit.
I'll get that book delivered to you very soon.
But I don't read though. I'm super dyslexic.
So, if I'm right,
If.
big if.
Yeah.
So 617
Yes.
is the count of mistakes or the count of failures you count on.
The number of no's that I got
Number
the first
of
year.
no's,
Yeah, I
right?
think
And
so.
people going through that process. So hearing your first no, I want to understand that
Yes.
really, because I really want to learn from you this key element of the experience of hearing first no and the experience of hearing the 17th no.
Yeah.
And how do you react to that?
The first couple of no's, I did not listen to them very well. It's okay. I didn't pay attention to them because, fine. Was more of arrogance and ego. I'll find somebody else. But then after the first month, I was like, hey, what's going on here? Something's happening. Every day at night, I go back to my office that time. So from 11 till 3, 4 in the morning, I'm in the laptop trying to readjust my presentations, change them, add more things to them, make them more colorful, more powerful. Still, nothing. What's going on here? And it's like, there's no money coming. It's like, okay, there's zero. Everywhere is zero. So, okay, so I'm like, what do we do? What am I doing wrong? So it tests you. It's a very big test, but then you need to be very consistent, persistent. Your consistency and persistency, and you need to be obsessed. So those three things are very, very...
I'll stop you here.
Yeah.
I was asked in my last town hall that what makes you going in my town hall and in the office itself. And I said consistency.
Yes. Because again, you know what it is? It's also a very important thing, disciplines.
Discipline.
Because you can't be inspired or motivated all the time. But disciplines will get you there.
Yes.
You don't feel like going out because discipline, you have to go there. You don't feel like doing this, that doesn't matter. Disciplines makes you do it. So I think these are the main principles or values that I had that kept me going.
Okay, great. You suffer from dyslexia?
Big time.
Big time, right?
Yeah. I don't suffer. It's my superpower.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but I would say this has become a strength of yours instead of a weakness.
Yes, it is.
And how is it?
Because for me, reading is very linear.
Yeah.
And for me, in my head, everything is always 3D and is overlapped. And imagine there's 30, 40 narrators in the same time. So I can receive data faster than anybody else, visually. I can see patterns faster than anybody else.
So that's called photogenic memory.
In a way, but for example, every park I've designed, I've seen it in my head. I flew inside it in my head. So for me, it's very visual in my head. So for me, that's how I learn things. So for me,
now another task for me is to, instead of sending you a book, I have to send you an ebook, which is again audible book.
Maybe audio. For me, I learn many from two things: either videos or people.
Yes.
That's my favorite thing. Because I do this every single day at my house, but with no cameras.
Right.
So every single day I have something I do call liquid gold. What's liquid gold? It's basically, I'll give you one example. There was this doctor called Dr. Sarah. She was an expert in psychology for 23 years.
Okay.
So I heard about her, so I found a number. I called her, hey, Dr. Sarah, I heard you're the best in this. Oh, thank you very much. I have a personal question. Just entertain me with this. Where is it? How much do you make a month? It's a personal question. Just entertain me. She said, I want 50K. Cool. How about I give you 50K to spend a day with me? It's like, what? What for? It's like, I want to learn from you. Give me the summary of what you learned for the last 23 years. You sure you only want 1 day? It's like, yeah. You sure you want 2, 3 days? No, 1 day is enough. So let's schedule this a month from now. So for the whole month, she's just making notes in summary of what she learned or she experienced that 23 years. She comes to my house. We sit down, very nice, spacious space. In the first hour and a half, we spoke about everything else. We spoke about music, travel, kids, food, everything else. We create a bond, and then for the next 5 hours, she's giving me all this rich information. By the time we finished, it's like, hey, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it, and so on and so on. Here's the envelope. I don't want your money anymore. I appreciate the fact that you even want to learn from me. Oh. So in that 6 hours, or let's say a day, I've learned what somebody else did over 23 years.
Again, I keep on following your talks wherever you go,
Yeah.
or on your parks even, and I see a lot of marketing efforts from your end. Okay, as an organization, Aqua Fund must be doing great efforts to market Aqua Fun Park and do all of that what they needed to do. And initially, even you were getting the influencers to the park.
Oh, yeah. Heavily.
Shooting their videos,
Yes.
getting them to work, editing, sending them back. So you have been a true marketeer for Aqua Fund and a brand custodian for Aqua Fun as an Aquaman. I would not get into the deep, or I would not go theoretically into it. But your key elements or the key strategies which you adopted to make Aqua Fun what it is today.
Okay. The first 6 years, it was purely me doing everything.
Yeah.
But again, you have to be. Don't get shy promoting your business.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, they feel, passive. Don't be passive with your business. This is your business.
You have to be active about it.
Yeah, you need to be passionate, not passive about it.
Yes.
So in a sense, you gotta push and push and push. Like I remember the first 10,000 followers, I got them purely because I was there every single day. Every customer comes in, hey, follow me.
Okay.
And then I have no internet. Here's a hotspot. Connect.
Yeah.
Follow me.
Right.
Really.
So
And
making them resourceful.
Yeah. I have to make it. Don't give me excuses.
Yeah.
And then later on, we started doing influencers.
Yeah.
So the influencers was very pure, was very direct. Every single day, I was sending at least 100 DMs.
100 DMs.
At least.
To influencers.
Every single day.
Okay.
No days off.
And making them come to your place.
So basically, invite, hi, hello, we love your content, looks amazing. Want to invite you to come and experience the water park.
Okay.
Next time, if they saw it, they liked it, okay, fine.
Just post something about it.
No, come over. We give you 2 to 4 tickets for free. We give you drone videos, pictures. The CEO will be with you. So now they feel important.
Okay.
They come over. Guess what? The CEO and the owner with them.
Yeah.
I'm with them every step of the way. I laugh with them. I joke with them. By the time they go back to the beach, pictures are ready. 4 hours later, the views are ready.
Okay.
It's all done by me. So the return, the conversion is very fast.
Yeah.
And then later on, I started asking them afterwards, hey, give me a review on TripAdvisor. Give me a review on Google. Our Google right now is 4.9 stars
4.9.
with 3,500 reviews.
Oh.
That's hard.
That's hard. Really hard.
Very hard.
Very hard.
And all of them are...
And that too in a B2C business.
yeah.
Yeah.
Extremely hard.
Yes.
B2B maybe, but B2C,
Yeah.
extremely hard.
Yes.
We won the last 2 years, hopefully this third year, TripAdvisor choice for the best attraction in Dubai.
Yes.
That's not easy. Dubai is very competitive, but that only comes in because the system that you put and the passion you put in it. You don't just do, and we don't do any paid ads.
Or you don't do.
No paid ads. We haven't did a single paid ad for last 8 months.
It's all organic.
Everything organic.
It's all shared by, so I would say
Real
it's
people,
more of
real fun.
UCG,
Purely.
user-generated content.
Absolutely.
UGC.
All of it.
Okay.
All of it. Powerful.
Okay. So social media is, of course, is one thing we utilize the most, and
Yeah.
be vocal about your brand.
Yes.
You don't need to be passive about it. You need
No,
to be
be very
active about
passionate.
it.
Yeah. Be very creative.
Yeah.
Be very creative. Be in every platform. Don't discriminate.
The audience who would watch this podcast,
Yeah.
most of them are aspiring entrepreneurs. People wants to take that leap of faith, becoming an entrepreneur and making their lives better and other people's life better. But entrepreneurship is also about taking calculative risk. We would like to understand from you, you must have taken certain risks when you were starting Aqua Fund. And what risks you took, and that has really turned up into an opportunity. If you would have not taken that step, or if you would have not taken that risk, you might not be here today.
Because in the beginning, the first couple of years was so many mistakes.
Yeah.
Took so many risks and then, oh God, that's a problem. Now we're gonna face it. But there was a story that it wasn't like more of like a somebody came that who knew me and copied exactly everything I do.
Okay.
So that was, what the hell? So there was two ways to react to this. Either I'm going to go and attack him, or the other way, with love. So it was very counterproductive, counterintuitive. Like, okay, you're going to call the guy and give him love? It's like, yeah. This guy, literally, I'm going to give you now numbers, because numbers are very important to have here. He went to the old factory I was using and spent 760,000 dirhams to buy another copy of my business. And he even copied my logo to an extent.
Okay.
I call him, hey, congratulations for the business. I saw you did that. I'm happy for you. If you need any help, I'm here for you.
Okay.
It's like, what? It's like anything support. And you want maintenance, setup, you want to do collaborations, marketing together, I'm more than happy for you. Let's work together. No, I'm good. Are you sure? I'm here. My door's always open. You know my number. No, we're good. Left him. 6 months later, exactly 7 months, 6 or 7 months later, he calls me up. Hey, we're closing the business. It didn't work out. It's okay. So how can I help you? It's like, would you buy us off? So let me think about it. Send me a picture. Send me a picture of it. Next call I do is I call one of my friends who handles a very big events company who does events for Saudi Arabia. It's like, hey, what's going on, brother? What's happening? Do you have any events? Yes, we have an event in 3 weeks. We want to do something with water. Check it, what's up? I send a picture of that park. Amazing. This is exactly what we're looking for. Perfect. Bro, you work inside. So I'm very big on incentives. Figure out what people want, give it to them. People want PR, they want watches, they want money, give them that and get what you want. Bro, you work in the business, let me know what's the budget, let's make it happen. Something like this, if it was a 4-day event, if we rented in Dubai, maybe for 60, 80K.
Okay.
Maybe. He told me put 980,000, $1 million. I said, okay, sure. Here's a quotation, send it to him, 3 days later, it's signed. Half the money is sent to me. I called the guy who copied me, he's like, hey, I'm ready to buy from you. It's like, okay, amazing. So how much is the offer? It's like, how much are you looking for? It's like, at least $500,000. It's like, no. I'm buying for you for 91,000. It's like, what? 91,000? It's like, yeah, 91,000. Cash now. But bro, this costs this much money, it's brand new. It's like, nobody's gonna buy it from me. It's gonna be that stock. You don't care about this business.
Right.
It's like, cash. Now, come to me. 91,000. Took it, rented out for like $1 million for 4 days. Came back for my network of friends. I've rented that for another 3 months in Dubai for another $250,000. And then sold it to his cousin for 300,000. But that only happened because I gave the space for love. Because why would I compete with you and be angry with you when I can just be, hey, fine.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, we do not need to be competing. We just need to complement each other.
Doing all this and achieving the heights at what you are at today.
No, we're still warming up.
How do you feel with the award of Entrepreneur of the Year and Emirati Business of the Year? I think
Yes,
it
and
was
CEO
for
of
2
the
years.
year and
CEO of the Year.
Guinness Workaholic.
And so these are the prestigious awards for any business person here. And sometimes what happens with the entrepreneurs who really started getting awards, etc., they go really high on that.
No.
They don't stay. They fly. They are on cloud 9.
That's nothing.
So what is your feeling and what advice do you give to those founders who are celebrated?
Yeah.
But yes, a lot to do from there because the responsibility increases, I would say.
Exactly. For me, when I won those awards, I didn't even react because I was like, it was obvious for me because nobody would outwork me because I paid the price for that. And then when those happen, I can, okay, cool, we got this, amazing, put it on the shelf, back to work.
Okay.
It was just back to work.
Yeah.
Because, okay, we got this, but this is because what we did before.
Yeah.
Now let's do more.
To get something new.
Exactly.
Okay.
That was the mindset.
So keep on doing.
Yeah.
So you've achieved something for what you did last.
Yeah.
Okay, do something new now.
That was exactly the mindset. Like, okay,
Great.
cool.
Yeah.
This was obvious to happen because we did the work for it.
Yeah. And if you could go back and look at your journey and reflect on yourself, or sometimes we do the self-reflection part, right? We go back, understand, okay, I did these many things. This is one thing I could have done better. So one thing is that. Another thing is that the piece of advice you will give to yourself. because you have been through that journey.
Yeah.
And you are the better judge for that. So what that would be?
It is absolutely asinine and ridiculous to try to change something that you can't change. So
Okay.
whatever happened. So it's, for me, it's like it's an absolutely wasteful exercise for me to try to think about something I wish I did different because I can't. So I say that energy, because for me, it's you need to be your authentic, accountable self. So authenticity is very important. And for you to be authentic, you need to be true to yourself. And for you to be true to yourself, you have to be accountable. So yes, I did this mistake. I fucked up. I messed up. I'm the one person who did wrong.
So own it.
Yeah, own the mistake. This is my L. I did the mistake.
Accept it.
Yeah, because people don't know that. I'm a victim. No. Nobody cares. Be accountable where did you mess up, how you mess up, so you can learn from that and you move on.
Right. Did you ever had a chance or any case where you thought, okay, I'm not owning this. And because of this, I'm getting into XYZ or whatever?
Not really, because it happens sometimes, but as soon as I see that, I always remind myself to zoom out.
Okay.
So zoom out from the emotional charge and see what's the big picture here. Always understand the data. Why this happened, how it happened, what can we learn, what can we use from whatever happened as leverage.
Reflecting on the business part
Yeah.
and the founder, I talk about a lot of this, right? And I always try to avoid, but I can't really control the entrepreneurship and the founder in my conversations. But when you're building something, you build from scratch. And what happens these days, and there are a lot of quotes also, don't love your company, love your job. Right?
How's that?
Right. People say that.
Yeah.
So, and investors also, they say, love what you're building, but don't be emotionally connected. Because one fine day you'll have to sell it.
Exactly.
Right. So what's your take on that?
Definitely, because this is why I'm doing all the systems. So if I'm not there, because there's three layers. Number one, if you leave the business, will the business die or not?
Businesses?
First stage, if you leave the business, will the business fall or not?
Okay.
Second stage, will the business continue going where it is or not?
Okay.
And the third stage, if you're not there, will the business continue going and actually grow without you?
Okay.
So this is most people don't do.
Yeah.
So if you leave your business and it falls in 2 weeks, guess what? You were self-employed.
Yeah.
You were self-employed.
Yeah.
Full stop.
You're not build a business.
Yeah. It's not. You were self-employed.
Self-employed.
That's it.
Yeah.
If you consistently working, okay, fine. Then you had a good, circle. But then not be there and continue growing and continue consistent. That's the ultimate goal. And that goal happens only when you have the right people and right systems.
You believe in people.
Yeah. Energy people, yes.
Team.
Yes.
People make it happen. So what one thing you look at when you're hiring somebody, okay, this is going to be a member of my team who's going to perform, who's going to deliver.
Energy
is one.
Their vibration is very important, how they are.
Okay.
I always ask them simple things. Give me 3 things. What are you good at? What are you bad at?
What you can add, what you can't.
No, what are you very good at? What are you very bad at?
Okay.
Your skill set you're very good at.
So marrying their skill set with the right amount of work.
Exactly.
And the right work.
But again, I had some guys who were just young boys and they were amazing. Because again, I think one of the most important things is like somebody who is trustworthy. That's a character either you have or don't have. Because you can teach somebody anything, everything. But trustworthiness is either you have it or don't have it.
Okay.
You agree?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that. And to run any machine for that fact, right? Even when I say machine, it's all about business.
Yeah.
Any business. People is an ingredient which cannot be negotiated in the entire journey.
Exactly.
You as a founder or me as a founder or for the fact anybody else would always look to have the best of the best.
Yes.
The team members.
Yeah.
So that they deliver the best and we service the best. Thank you very much for the conversation.
Of course.
And now I will move to our rapid fire round.
Go ahead.
Which will be
Shoot.
a one-liner.
Let's see.
Or, yes, it will be fast.
Go ahead.
Beach or mountains?
Beach.
Okay.
So like,
Favorite
I like both as a problem.
Sorry?
I like both as a problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
For you, favorite water park attraction at Aqua Fun?
Favorite one?
Yeah.
The blob.
Blob?
Yeah, something called blob.
Okay.
It's like a big pillow.
Okay.
Yeah.
One word to describe the feeling of being the Aquaman at the Aqua Fun.
Happy.
Happy. Okay. When do you plan to learn to swim?
Never. I tried though. I tried many times. I just don't
Are
float.
you scared?
No, I'm not scared. I'm in the water all the time.
Yeah, okay.
I'm in the water all the time. I do everything. I was scuba diving. I do snorkeling. I do jet skis. I do all these things, but I just can't swim.
Your favorite water park across the world?
Aqua Fun.
Aqua Fun. Very good.
On brand.
If Aqua Fun had a tagline, what would it be?
I have so much fun under the sun at Aqua Fun.
Okay. The most challenging inflatable to set up at Aqua Fun?
Something we call the giant. It's like a 700 kilograms.
700 kilograms.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Okay. If Aqua Fun could collaborate with any famous celebrity, who would it be?
You know what? It's not celebrities for me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not celebrities. For me, it's just real people having real fun.
And or I would say the Aquaman.
Yeah. That's actually a good one. Yeah, that's actually the best one. Actually, Aquaman. Yeah.
Your favorite customer reaction when experiencing Aqua Fun for the first time?
It's always when they come back. It's like I didn't expect it to be this much fun.
Okay.
That's always fun for me to see.
A future attraction or expansion idea you are excited about?
The sun don't announce when it comes back.
Okay. Okay, we'll wait for that.
Yeah.
Ahmed at 20 versus today.
I don't know him anymore.
Huh?
It's a different human being. Me last year is different, man.
Okay. What has changed?
Everything.
As in-
Change is the only constant thing.
Okay. And what has not changed?
The hunger.
The hunger.
Yeah.
The to achieve more.
Yeah. Always.
Always.
I'm happy but never satisfied.
Your message to
Yeah.
our audience.
Just do you.
Okay.
Just do you, man. The problem is like you keep comparing yourself to everybody else. It's like, why would you want to be a copy when you're an original?
Be of your own self.
Yeah.
And
Be authentic to who you
be
are.
authentic.
Be authentic, man. That's the problem. Don't listen to what everybody else telling you what they can do. Just do it.
Thank you very much, Ahmed, for this
course.
conversation.
You're welcome.
I really loved it.
There you go.
You know,
When are you coming to Aqua Fun? Here we go.
I will come for sure. My daughter has been behind me.
How old is she?
She's 5.5.
Okay.
And she's just saying, so today even when I was coming for
Yeah.
this recording, he said, when you're back from the recording, we'll go to the beach.
There you go.
So
We still have time.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
so
we're closing
so
now,
now the time is over for today.
Yeah.
But for sure next week,
Yeah. Let me know.
at the weekend,
Yeah.
I'm going to take her to the Aqua Fun Park and I'm going to send you the pictures.
Perfect.
Thank you, Ahmed, for being on this show. Your never give up attitude. This is the one learning which I take back with me. One just need to do it. And from our audience, I hope you all would just love this episode. Keep on watching, keep on sharing your love by subscribing to my YouTube channel. Like, share, comment, and do let us know who should be the next guest on our show. I promise you to guest best of the best guests and their best of the best stories. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.